Chapter 1. The Crime Scene. Detective Jameson arrived at the crime scene. The body of a young woman lay on the floor of a small apartment. Her body was covered in bruises and her throat had been slit. Jameson knew that this was not an isolated incident. Over the past few weeks, there had been a series of similar murders, all involving young women who lived alone. The detective had a sinking feeling in his stomach. He knew he had to find the killer before more innocent lives were taken. Chapter 2. The Suspects. Jameson spent the next few days interviewing potential suspects. There were several men who lived in the same building as the victim, all with alibis for the night of the murder. However, one man, a former convict named Frank, caught Jameson's attention. Frank had a history of violence against women, and he had been seen in the area on the night of the murder. Jameson knew he had to keep a close eye on him. Chapter 3. The First Breakthrough. A witness came forward claiming to have seen a man matching Frank's description leaving the victim's apartment on the night of the murder. Jameson immediately arrested Frank and questioned him about his whereabouts that night. Frank claimed he was at home, alone. However, Jameson noticed a small cut on Frank's hand that he couldn't explain. Jameson knew he was getting close to the truth. Chapter 4. The Connection. Jameson discovered that all the victims had one thing in common. They were all members of a dating app called LoveLink. Jameson dug deeper and found out that the app was owned by a wealthy businessman named Henry Smith. Jameson suspected that there was a connection between Smith and the murders. Chapter 5. The Twist. Jameson found evidence linking Smith to the murders. He was ready to make the arrest when he received a call from Smith's lawyer. Smith had committed suicide, leaving behind a note confessing to the murders. Jameson was stunned. He had never seen a case like this before. He had been so focused on finding the killer that he never expected the case to end this way. Chapter 6. The Aftermath. As Jameson reflected on the case, he realized that he had missed some important clues along the way. He had been so focused on Frank that he had overlooked